flour time again. We're using it again, this time for either a pizza or a focaccia, it depends. You can call it as you want. We're starting off by cutting our pumpkin into small pieces. The smaller the better, it will just cook faster. I steamed it until it was soft enough to smash it with a fork. We're going to make a sort of puree because it's going to be the sauce for our focaccia. And while that was steaming up, I chopped up some cherry tomatoes and just set them aside. The pumpkin is done, so now I'm seasoning it with some salt, some pepper and some freshly grated nutmeg. And that's done, so just mix everything well and set it aside. So we can now start working on our pizza or focaccia. I'm taking a bowl and I'm adding about 1.5 cups of chickpea flour. I'm going to season it. I'm adding some pink Himalayan salt and quite a lot of extra virgin olive oil. And finally, I'm adding some instant yeast for pizza and bread, and also some lukewarm water, just the necessary in order to get quite a soft and workable dough. Now, as you will probably all know, chickpea flour doesn't contain any gluten, which means that you shouldn't expect it to be as a dough made with regular flour, because it's not going to be as sticky. You know, gluten literally comes from the word glue because it does keep everything nice and stuck together. But we're still going to work with it. So I lined a baking tray with some parchment paper, just a splash of olive oil, and then I transferred everything on it. To work with it, you should sprinkle some more chickpea flour on top so that your hands don't get stuck to the dough. And then once you are happy with the shape, you can start preparing everything, which in my case meant some more extra virgin olive oil so that in the oven it becomes all nice and crunchy. And then the final touch, which is in my opinion the most important, some fresh rosemary. My oven was preheated to about 180 degrees and I put the focaccia in and I let it cook for about 15 minutes. This is how it came out. It was amazing. And then it's all up to you. I decided to garnish it with the sauce, the pumpkin sauce that we made at the beginning. And then I garnished everything with the cherry tomatoes. I decided to put everything back in the oven under the grill for about 10 minutes because I wanted everything to be nice and cooked and possibly crunchy on the top surface. And then you can skip this step if you want to keep this recipe 100% vegan. No problem at all, it's going to be absolutely delicious anyways. But once I took it out of the oven for the second time, I added some stracciatella di bufala, which is the inside of a mozzarella di bufala, which is a mozzarella made with buffalo milk. And it's one of the most amazing types of Italian cheese that you can possibly try and taste in Italy. Anyway, this is the final result. It was delicious because it was crunchy on the outside but very nice and soft on the inside, and the toppings worked ever so well together. I actually named this focaccia after my housemate Mary, because these are some of the ingredients that she loves to cook with. So this is it. I really hope you try it, and please let me know what you think of it if you give it a go. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.